imagine one day we just see you on like one of those competitions where they're jumping over those things on all fours. You know what I'm talking about?
The horse thing? Have you seen the girl that the girl literally? I see it all the time when I'm on the high jump page. This girl riding a fake horse around, but she jumps over like a pole that's like as tall as her.
Well, I saw that, and everyone.
Yeah, like she kicks off her back legs and like.
Imagine if she was normal.
Yeah, in sport.
Okay, I kind of want to try it and see like if I could actually.
I could see being a horse girl.
No, like just see if I can like jump over like that.
Yeah, I mean she literally like puts her legs sideways and then like I wonder if they like neigh while they do it too. Like,
oh, I hope not.
They probably
that would be terrible.
There's the true definition of a horse girl.
Who was it? There's someone here that reminds me of a horse girl. Who was
Natty?
It
I
was
think
someone from last
a
year.
little bit.
Yeah, no, it was Maddie. Towards the beginning of the year, I don't know why she gave me horse girl vibes. I think I told her that too.
Did you guys? She kind of does give it off like a little bit.
Did you guys have a horse girl in high school? Mm-hmm. Did you have a wolf girl?
I feel like we had more wolf girls than we had horse girls.
We had a girl. I don't want to say her name. I don't know if she watches these. I doubt it. Well, besides the fact that she had a crush on all of us, and one time in class, her phone goes off, and guess what the noise was?
It was like a howl.
It was wolves howling.
I feel like that's something Kyle would have.
Kyle and Chase.
I was gonna say Kyle was literally. He was playing some music last night. It was bad. He was playing like Jake Paul and like.
Oh my gosh. He seemed like a meme, dude.
Bunch of like Well, it was him and Aiden together, so that tells you.
That's an interesting duo.
Yeah, but they're like humor is the exact same.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I learned that. The last time I had him and Kemper together, you know those videos they made in high school, like the track video.
Yeah.
That they were showing me all they were dying laughing. I'm like, I don't know any of this.
I
don't know any of these people except for you two. Like they're just like they'd show me it like
so
the dumbest clip, and they'd be like start dying laughing. I'm like a little bit funny, but it's like they're dying on the ground, like rolling around. Almost.
That's usually the funny part.
Like, I understand the context of it, and it didn't make me laugh sometimes. That tells you anything.
Yeah, sometimes.
I'm sure there's stuff like I do.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is hilarious because me and my friends from back home, if I were to show you guys.
That's
true.
Is
stupid. But...
I mean, that's probably how I am with Hannah whenever you guys don't think stuff is funny. You just get annoyed.
Sorry about that.
Okay. I sounded really good though.
I know it did. It does actually sound really good. Sponsor me, LaCroix. All right, guys. We're here with Ashlyn. You know, tell us about yourself.
My name's Ashlyn.
Really?
I'm yeah, actually. Not Ashley. I run the 400. Miss Junior. Is that all I'm supposed to say?
I mean, whatever you want. That's usually what people say. Whatever you want.
Study business.
Oh. Businesswoman.
Exactly.
Hit her up, boys.
That's about it.
All right, Colin, what did you say we were doing?
Let's do artists. Music artists, not like Van Gogh. Those people.
Van Gogh.
Top 3?
Yeah.
How are we doing this? Who's going first?
Top 3 at right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Like your top 3 artists.
All right. I think mine's.
Who gets to go first? We rock, paper, scissors again?
Sure. Three-way.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh! It's always like this.
Yeah, I was waiting for somebody to go wrong.
I was gonna do I alpha game him paper because I think he's gonna go wrong.
Does that mean you go first? Does that mean you go first?
I think that means he picks. You should have known.
Where did my phone go? I know. I know it. It's slipping my mind. I guess he's not my real number 1 artist right now, but
I'm just gonna think of it when it comes to me. Cheaters! I can't use my phone.
What I've been listening to lately.
I have an Apple Watch now. Cause I'm rich.
Got it.
Okay. I don't know why I forgot his name. Mr. Forrest Frank.
Also, you can't take them. I don't know if you can't say that as well.
Oh, I can't.
It's like an NBA.
So I go next. Maverick City.
Solid.
Were you gonna say that?
No, I mean it was gonna be one of them if no one said it.
Yeah.
Mine would have to be Brandon Lake.
That was on mine as well.
That's on mine too. It's tough.
Yeah.
The snakes are those bad.
Hope he
On the
shows up
next
at
one.
Mav.
I agree.
Can you imagine? That would
That'd be
actually be
awesome.
so
That'd be
crazy.
awesome.
I don't know if he will though. Wait, is it me then or Becky?
It's a snake, so.
Oh, I hate it when this happens.
Oh, so it's you again?
Yeah. I would have to say it probably would have been Forrest Frank. Let me go with Christian rapper Caleb Gordon. I listen to a lot of his rap music.
I don't listen to a lot of this. I know a few, but Taylor Swift.
I knew that was good.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
debating saying it just to take it away.
Just so I couldn't have it.
Alex Jean.
Oh,
Christian rapper that sounds like a Christian Pop Smoke.
he's honestly better.
Dude, he low-key does. That's crazy. Is it my
He's
turn
fine.
now?
Yeah.
Noah Khan.
Oh,
I did this wrong.
shoot, that's reminding me of so many artists. This is way too hard. How am I supposed to pick?
Wait, how do we do it wrong?
Because you both have 3 now. I only have 1.
I've only done one.
So I forgot I should have gone.
Wait,
I've only done
I think all
supposed to
three
go
of
second
mine.
too.
I'm supposed to go second.
All
Oh,
right,
you
you
go.
go first.
So
real quick.
my next one's gonna be plus 1.
Okay,
He
I
was
don't
on
have to say
mine.
that
He was
now.
gonna be on mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to me now.
Yeah.
I literally just had it. It was what the heck? Who did you say, Noah? Then you said Post Malone. I literally was about to say it then I realized it wasn't my turn. Oh yeah, Morgan Wallen.
That was my
That's
next
a solid
one.
pick, yeah.
But there's definitely like a million others. But we're looking more fun. I'd be like,
Honorable mention. One honorable mention.
Sure. They don't count for the official
Not it.
3.
Not going first.
Mine was gonna be Morgan Wallen. He's just the go-to country artist for me.
yeah, he's pretty good.
Mine would probably been Brandon Lake.
Oh, already stealing mine.
He would have been on mine, so.
Basically, that means I have the best list.
Man,
What'd you
So-
say?
for all 3 or
No,
my last
honorable
one?
mention.
I said Morgan Wallen.
Oh, you had more.
I'm gonna say I'm a big. Maybe, he hasn't dropped an album, but probably Khalid.
That's good.
I don't.
I agree with that. to be honest.
see you shine in the light.
There's
Yeah,
just so
I'm not the
many,
biggest fan
so
of
many of his songs that are like just on my playlist that I don't even realize they're him.
He's been dropping a lot of singles, and I think they're all pretty good. Except some of them like weird.
His old like 2016 era was.
Kind of gives me the same vibes as The Weeknd. I don't know why. I don't know. It does ring a
slightly.
bell.
He said his new album is gonna be more like his old self. He's supposed to drop an album in 21 or during COVID. It was called The New Normal. He never dropped it, but now I think he's like completely restarting it.
Huh.
So and it's supposed to be like his old vibe. I hope.
I mean, that one album he has really good. I think you have it.
Yeah, I have American Teen.
Yeah,
American
that
Teen,
one.
Free
That
Spirit.
has a bunch of bangers on it.
I know.
Those
I don't
two-
think there's a bad song on there.
Debatable, but.
That on American Teen.
All right. So speaking of music, we are fortunate enough to go to a Maverick City concert tomorrow. How we feel about that? Are we excited?
I'm super excited.
I'm
Kind of
very
torn a
excited.
little bit.
What are you? Torn?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
of
I wanted to watch
Ashley.
BMO, but
Well, I think
We'll still watch them online.
it sounds like the plan is we're gonna
Yeah.
like have like a
we'll
watch party type thing for them.
Were you there when we did that my freshman year for Ben?
Yeah, that was fun.
I didn't know anybody, so I just sat by myself.
Did you really?
Yeah. It was in a classroom and
For-
chilling.
That was
indoor?
really fun though.
Huh?
For indoor.
Yeah.
I remember
When you
that
ran the
'cause
800.
I saw pictures from that and I was like, I
Oh,
want to
think
go, but I
remember
know no
asking
one.
if you were going. You were like, no. And then I like showed up and I knew nobody that was
Yeah.
in that room.
That was I didn't talk to you guys at all, right?
That's before we knew who you were.
I met you outdoor. Well, I talked to you
Yeah, we
once talking to Rye at the Rose Holman meet. I was like, oh, like this dude's kind of cool. I learned a lot about Rye. I was like, interesting is what I'll say. What I learned. And then I was like, oh, like there's this dude that he's talking to. Like I don't even know your name. And then I started talking to you a little bit. And then
Yeah, outdoor. That one day is probably where like started it. I don't remember when I even got to know Ashlyn really. Was there a meeting
No.
at all or anything, or we just start?
I really don't know.
I think it was just we're hanging out with the same people.
Yeah, because I'd go over to the apartment.
Yeah.
and you'd be over there. I guess it was your apartment, wasn't it?
Yeah.
that apartment that's over there that I guess you lived at.
The one that me and Emma were supposed to have. But we
Yeah.
signed too late. Unfortunate.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow. I hopefully I think the seats we got are good. But like you never know until you actually get there. Either way, it's not about like you don't really need to see.
Have you seen it?
But
I mean, it's a smaller ish, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I feel like no matter what seats you guys got,
we got the front row of like the upper section.
that'll actually be sweet then.
I have all the tickets in my wallet.
And I still have to pay.
Did you buy? Okay, that's me and you.
Yeah.
I have to pay Allie and Colin for both concerts that we're gonna go to. Did you
I already paid Allie for the one.
I haven't bought.
That's gonna be lit because we're gonna win in conference and then we're gonna go to an elevation.
That one's kind of a haul. Isn't
Worth-
that one like up in Chicago?
Yeah.
Worth it.
So that's the Civic Center.
Oh wow,
And
we're gonna be-
we're on like this side, but it's like exactly like that, and we're in the front row of it.
that's awesome.
So it's like we actually have really good seats.
yeah.
I'm excited. What song are you most excited for? Without looking at the set list.
I mean, obviously, thank God is fire.
Yeah, that one's
I think
classic.
Rest on Us.
Oh, that one's pretty
Oh,
good.
yeah.
I'm excited for Good News. I've been stuck
Mhm.
on that one for like the past 2
Yeah.
weeks.
I started listening to it whenever you suggested it. and
So
it was good.
I was listening to the set
How
list today.
How many songs are there on it?
On the set list, there's like 15, maybe.
And I'm sure some of the songs will last like.
Hey, I'm getting a call from 6 Mile, South Carolina right now.
Answer it. Put on speaker.
Hello?
It's a bot.
Why I hate when it's just
They're kind of
silent.
scary, aren't they? They're kind of
See,
scary
they're just listening
sometimes.
to you.
I've heard if you answer, if someone like tries to scam you, sometimes all they want you to get used to the words is like yes, because they can somehow like use your voice,
Oh, yeah,
And,
like the AI stuff, and they can,
yeah.
like, yeah.
and if you say yes, they can like use it to like get into things because
Authorize,
because your voice.
I don't know if this is pronounced yet. Is it like Y-E-T or like I think it's yet. I think it's yet,
What?
but this song.
It is yet.
Okay, I don't know.
It's not like,
I didn't know if it stood for anything.
Oh no, it isn't.
Oh, yeah.
unless-
I'm excited for that one too, though.
Yeah,
But
because this is like don't give up on me yet is what he's saying.
let me see if I can. I want to see how many songs are on the set list.
But-
find it.
Like if you like listen to a live song, they're 10 minutes, and if there's 15 songs,
Oh my gosh, I forgot some were like 10 minutes long.
Is Old Church Basement on there?
on the one on Spotify, that
It
looked
has
up,
I
it
Thank
was.
God, Rest on Us, Good News, Crazy Love, More
Crazy
Than
Love.
Able, God Problems, Yeah, The Story I'll Tell, Fears on My Future, Firm Foundation.
Oh,
Wait
Firm
on Me.
Foundation.
This
Promises.
is Gyra.
Oh yeah.
That was really good one.
And,
There's no longer bounds on there.
Yeah.
What if
The
Forrest
one that
Frank
they
comes
did-
out?
that-
and
dude, I
No,
saw that. I was like, imagine
I'm
he's
literally.
there.
I hope they have a surprise guest.
he lives in like California or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I feel like it's doubtful. No longer bound for my good.
I feel like
So 17 songs.
we would be more than likely to see Brandon Lake than Forrest Frank.
Yeah.
Because like Brandon Lake actually like can sing some of those songs,
Was he on? Is he on tour? right now?
supposedly.
Soon. If not
on
yet.
tour
I don't
today.
know if he actually is or not.
No.
Look, I just spilled coffee on my shoe.
Wow. Have you seen?
That look, he looks like dried blood.
No, it's coffee.
Have you seen big guy buys Air Forces? Or actually, some guys or woman. You could, soak your shoes in coffee, and when you take them out, they're like mocha brown, and then like it stays
I've
like
seen
that.
that. Mm-hmm.
I've never seen that.
I kind of want to do it.
That's kind of cool though. But then you kind of ruin a pair of shoes.
No.
Like they want it to be that color though. So if you don't
Yeah, but what if it like doesn't look good?
They did though.
Those things are beat. I haven't worn them in months.
Clean them.
Those aren't that beat compared to the.
These are beat.
whatchamacallit,
You mean my
ones
own
in
clouds?
the-
My uncles are really busting out the side.
Busting.
Yeah. They're busting out of the side.
No, really. I literally have a giant hole in the side of it.
Literally.
I'm gonna keep wearing them until it gets bigger too. Until I'm like absolutely forced to buy a new
Yeah.
pair.
So you're running, your feet's just hanging out.
Yeah, basically. Can't let anybody see my feet.
Yeah. I
Thank
don't have
you.
enough. I need more pictures. What? So
was trying to
speaking of
find-
feet, what were you trying to find?
You go ahead. You go ahead. You go ahead.
I was speaking of feet. I was gonna use that as a segue to track. You know.
Feet into track.
What are your track goals this year? Like, how are you feeling going into the season?
I feel like stronger than I did last season. Like I have more endurance, I think, which will help in the 400. I don't really know about the 200 yet because we haven't really ran a lot of short sprints like
Yeah.
workouts, so I don't know exactly how my top end speed is looking. But For the 400, I kind of want to run I ran 106 last year. I think it's my best, and I feel like I'm leaps and bounds above last season shape wise. So probably I want to run 104. I think would be my goal this season.
I think 2 seconds is honestly an undershot of the fitness of where you are right now.
I think 104 is reasonable.
It's a good goal.
Yeah.
And then well, even I feel like just with all the longer training you've been doing, that'll give you confidence, and then hopefully you don't have as much race anxiety.
Yeah. No, I don't. I definitely don't think I will. With some of the workouts we're doing now,
it's harder than a 400.
Yeah.
So
some of them feel exactly like a 400.
Yeah.
Did you do the 250 and the 350 last week? Or the 350 and the 250?
Yeah. My 350 was rough.
Oh yeah, you talked about that.
Yeah, that's because I had to run it on my own. So I guess didn't really have anybody to run with, but
yeah. You gonna long jump this year?
Think about it. Guess we'll find out.
Were you actually though?
No.
Because I know someone.
Not at all. I really want to try to throw discus though. I don't know why. I feel like I don't know. I should probably be really bad, but I keep telling myself
I think your hands might be too small. But yeah, discus, a lot of it is
to grab it.
Form and then
it's literally just I don't even know.
Because it's not super heavy. So you just have to be able to form and then how fast can you spin to really I think and get the I don't know what you even call it, the torque in your body to.
I mean, have you seen that girl that won the world championships? Dude, she's not she's taller, but she's not ripped. Huge, yeah. But she's super strong, ripped. And I think she threw the world record or something like that.
Dang.
This past season, which was crazy. But how are you guys feeling?
Feeling good.
Feeling pretty good. After the 450 and the 250, we hit some solid times, and then I had long jump practice a couple days ago, and I was just jumping right around my PR, and it's this right now, so I'm just feeling pretty good. Excited.
Any expectations for first meet?
I don't know. The past couple of years, I've decided I don't really set goals for the first meet. I set after the first meet is when I try to set my goals.
Kind of get an idea of placement,
yeah, it's such a weird thing because it feels like it's happening too soon, even though we've been practicing for double the length of what we normally do.
That's true.
Well, and we've been practicing
official
earlier
practice.
This year.
Exactly. Yeah. Last year we didn't start till October.
I mean, we were practicing August this year, or at least captains.
And on top of that, there's also I know I am probably close to where I was finishing outdoor last year, and my outdoor season was 10 times better than my indoor season.
Yeah.
And so it's it's exactly what it kind of was last week. I have no clue what to expect coming indoor, and I'm excited, but kind of what you said is I have wishes, and it's ideally last year I tied my PR indoor first meet.
Yeah.
That as my outdoor PR. I don't think I'm going to be able to hit a 21 low or 21 high indoor first meet, but even if I hit low 22s, I would be very, very happy with that.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Gonna go out there and run my hardest. I think I actually understand race strategy.
Yeah.
A lot now, so it's that's under my I have that knowledge on top of everything else behind it.
Well, you feel you're a good example of how you said, even from last year, indoor to outdoor, a huge difference of just consistently working. Because after you didn't take a break really, indoor to outdoor comes, you get better through outdoor, and then if you were to take a break, you probably wouldn't really get better, obviously. But you're at a point where it just goes to show if you just keep working, it'll.
I know I'm at a point where I'm stronger than I was at the end of the year last year, and I have a lot more endurance. So strictly off those two things, theoretically I'd be faster. I have no clue. We haven't done a whole lot of top end speed things to the point where we're oh okay, I am faster than I was last year.
Yeah.
It's I don't think I've slowed down a ton, but with the endurance and with the extra strength, I think that side of things is fine. So.
But I think I'm debating. Are you guys running the 300?
I feel Craig's gonna put me in the 600.
Is there?
Yeah. So
the first meet because there's no
4, 62, 3, 6 mile.
There's just no 4 and 8 at the first meet.
Man, I don't want to run the 60.
The 60.
But I think I'm gonna have to.
What do you mean?
So I think I'll probably run it 300.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure 300 and 200 are really close to each other.
I feel
it kind of doesn't really make sense to run a 300 and then run a 200. But so I think that literally just leaves a 60.
Maybe 600.
300, 600.
600 would be crazy.
Think about how, to me, I like to look at it as it's gonna make the 400 just feel
Make it feel a lot easier.
Yeah.
If you can run, if you can finish the 600, you can easily finish a 400. And it's like once you have that down in a race start thing, like the 400 can seem easy.
I feel like you have to know how to run a 600 though. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like you can't just like be thrown in it and be like expect to like know how to do it.
Well, my idea in my head would be, I would just run my first lap like 2 seconds ish slower than my PR.
And then just whatever left in the tank for the other 200.
That's what my goal would be. Yeah.
That lactic, dude, after that 400 mark, it's gotta be crazy.
Yeah.
The issue would be actually hitting that, because if
Trying
I
to
go
hit
too
2
fast, then you're gonna be screwed. If you go too slow, then I mean,
and it's like you
hard
like
to make up.
Yeah, it is hard to make up.
Or you'll feel the same even though you went slower. And
I don't know about you guys. A 200 indoors feels so much shorter than a 200.
I agree so much. I don't know. The 200 outdoor feels so long for some reason.
But the 400, like, it feels around the same.
I this is like a hot take, but I like the indoor 400 better than I like the outdoor 400.
That is a very
I know.
Agree.
Nobody ever agrees with me on it, but
I like how it seems more competitive because you have that break.
Yeah.
And it's like, to me, that's why I'm excited. I'm excited for the indoor 4 this year, just because I want to try and be more aggressive. And so I kind of agree in that aspect of like, it's more like body to body and not just like stay in your lane.
Yeah, I kind of like the cut in because it kind of pushes you to kind of like try and get good placement whenever you're like in that little pack, because like you fall behind and it's gonna be hard to get around, like, and you're exerting more energy.
I feel like in every 400 I've ran indoor, I've ran one indoor 400 and then like a ton of 4x4s.
Yeah.
But like the one indoor 400 was a lot more competitive, and like it feels like a lot more competitive. It's like obviously like I have the race strategy of in an outdoor I'm running right, sprint, float, sprint. But in the indoor you still have a degree of that, but then you always also have like I have to stay on this dude's outside, because if I want to pass out to him outside, it's gonna be easier, and like all this stuff. So it's like it actually comes down to more of like a fight or flight race strategy of like that type of thing than just this is my plan, I can stay in my lane the entire time.
Well, decisions have to happen sooner too, just because even indoor, even just the 4x4 open for indoor, because if you usually only try to pass on the straights or near the like slingshot around the edge, but if you're gonna wait the pass, like you don't have the straights aren't long enough really. You got to just kind of,
you have to start.
If you're gonna do it, you have to decide.
Yeah.
Like early.
I feel like I've had a lot of just more fun running on the indoor 400.
Yeah.
In 4x4s at least, but at the same time, I think I've also had better times and better everything else on an outdoor 4x4.
I think you saying you have more fun though kind of also goes with like the environment of indoor, because it's like everything's so like, you know what I mean, packed in, so it's so much louder and like you see everybody.
Carthage. Remember Carthage? The conference where the fire alarm
went
off?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was.
And the metal doors came down.
That was a fun meet, just because everything was like literally right there. Like,
it was, yeah. Whenever we were sitting for a long jump.
And there's no fan for having no fans not allowed. That was one of my favorite meets.
That one was really fun.
Yeah.
No, last year I think I ran 48, 300.
I thought you were going to say 400. Like,
I was like, wow,
I can run that. Yeah. I'm like pretty positive I can run that easily now.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Well, I was dogged after that 300 last year. Like I remember like hitting the 200 and like my lungs burning and like fighting for my life on the last 100 stretch, and I was like, wow, this is terrible. How am I gonna run a 400?
Well, they did it. That's bad. Like when you're running something less than a 400, you're like, I don't know how I'm gonna run a 4. But I did not. They were usually 300s ran where you cut in. And the way they did it there was they just backed us up like 50 meters and everybody just stayed in their lanes.
Yeah.
I did not like that.
I mean, it's literally a straight sprint. It's like you don't. Yeah. It's basically you're running a 200. You just got to carry whatever you have left in that last 100. There's no pacing, nothing.
Yeah.
What's your favorite lander on the 400 in indoor or outdoor?
Low-key indoor. I wouldn't say it's my favorite. I kind of like the inside lanes. I don't like chasing.
Yeah.
I kind of like being chased. So like when you're kind of out in those outside lanes, you know, you're like up at the front. So whenever I can hear the people behind me, I'm like, all right, you got to pick it up. Like they're on your heels. Like you got to go. But like whenever I'm like chasing somebody, especially when you're in lane 8 or like lane 1, and you're chasing all the people on the outside, it like almost feels impossible sometimes. So like, because they just seem like they're so far ahead. But then that curve comes obviously, so you catch them. But like, I mean, you guys know me. I like get in my head very mentally a lot. So like I'll be like, oh man, I can't catch him. Like there's no way I'm gonna catch him. and then I'll start slowing down, and then it just is like a spiral effect. So I think probably like lane 6, lane 5 maybe.
Interesting.
I can see that. What goes through your head when you're having those, like, when you're just really anxious? Like, what are you even? Because I know there was last year at DePaul, like you ran like you kind of ran bad,
race,
but like before you were like just like so anxious, like you were not like yourself at all.
Dude, that was on the bank track too. Like my time should have been so much better.
Don't worry, I ran slow too. I ran almost a 52 that day.
That was like literally almost a whole 7-second difference from indoor to outdoor. That's crazy. I don't even know. I think like in high school I always got really worried about 400s, but like I didn't really have much pressure. I don't know why. And then that was like the first 400 I ran since high school. So like since like
was it actually?
Yeah, since like probably. I mean, I think I got maybe thrown into a 4x4 once, but I also like literally had tears in my eyes. I remember I was running with Liz. I was in Liz's 4x4. I remember seeing she was in it, and I was like, so she's gonna get us ahead, and then I'm gonna slow us down. I think it's like I worry too much about my time, and like, and it's like honestly, I shouldn't even care what like people think. It's like it's my own race, you know. So it's like, you know what I mean. You just run how I can run. There's nothing I can do about it once I'm running. So, but I don't know. I think I just like I stress about like placement and like if I'm gonna hit my time or like. You know what I mean? And then, like, I let it work myself up, and then I can't breathe, and then I'm like,
How much of it is, because I know I feel this way, like, when I used to get really nervous, more of it was about, I just knew it was going to, like, suck. It was going to hurt really bad.
Yeah.
And then I would kind of get that into my head even more.
Because you know how, like, painful that last, like, stretch is. Yeah, that is a big thing, too. So you know you're, like, just barely. I don't know if you've ever seen some of the videos from last year, but it literally looks like you're running, like, slow motion for the last, like, 50 stretch.
And that's kind of what can get really in your head, which is why I think the training we're doing, where you experience that pain, it literally conditions your brain. Goggins' term, calluses your mind. Like you get used to it, so then you're more like when that pain hits, you're just like ready for it more.
Well, what I've been telling myself, it's a very famous quote. Everybody knows it, but it's like getting comfortable being uncomfortable. The 400 is never going to be comfortable. It's never going to be a fun race. Like it can be fun, like especially in the 4x4s because you have so much adrenaline going. But like it's never going to be a fun race. You're never not gonna hurt after it. Like you know what I mean? Nothing's gonna be perfect coming out of that race. So it's like you just gotta accept it. You just gotta get used to it.
Exactly. Once you accept it, then that's like you're gonna run even better. Because if you run a race expecting like it didn't hurt, you probably didn't run very good.
No, that's how I ran that 350 at practice the other day. I ran it way too slow. And I was not on the ground. I wasn't like super out of breath. And I was like, man, I could have ran that so much faster.
I think honestly, when I can remember, one of the worst times I've ever had lactic was that 450, like pain wise. And it only lasted like a minute because like I was like, all right, this is just calling. Like I don't have my legs up. I'm just laying down on the ground. I'm like, I got up and started walking, and like immediately, like surprisingly enough, like my legs were fine. Like just slowly the lactic started draining. Yeah. And I was like, what in the world? Like normally, like because after sometimes a 4x4 or like that much lactic in a 400, my legs are just shot. Like I can barely walk, but like
they're like wobbling.
I waited like a minute, got up and started walking, and I was like, I was fine, but it was like my lungs were like kind of cold. I was hurting. It was like my legs were chilling. And that's something that I definitely need to like. I learned a lot from that. Strictly apart, like was like laying down and feeling sorry for yourself.
Yeah, is it gonna? Yeah,
it's not gonna make your leg feel better.
Nope. But I think mentally knowing you have more to do, like we knew we had to run again, so like obviously. Kind of like after the like after a race you gave it your all. If that's all you have today, like you like I feel like on your last rep, even though it's your hardest, it usually hurts the most afterwards. But it's also because you're kind of like just let it know, like you just know. So like that's a good thing to recognize though. Yeah.
I don't know the worst time I've ever had lactic. It definitely was a practice. I remember one practice. I don't remember what we ran. But I was like laying on the ground, like squirming, like moving back and forth, trying to get my legs moving because they were just so on fire. Like I could feel my eyes swelling with tears, and like I was trying to move my legs. I was like, dude, they hurt so bad.
It literally, I know exactly what you mean. It's so it's funny to think about though.
Like it feels like they're like literally gonna fall off.
If you move them and it like helps for like nothing really helps. Like you'll sit down, more pain. You stand up, It's just like
No, you know the stretches
just
where you move your
squirming.
legs like this back and forth, like
Yeah.
that Steve used to make us do. I would literally be laying on the ground doing that, like rolling.
I at outdoor conference after like my however many races that weekend after the 4x4, those the benches, I was on the back end, I put my legs up and I couldn't get my legs up on it, so I shoved it in between the legs like that. I was like laying down on my side. I'm like doing whatever I could. I looked so dumb, like whatever I could physically do to like try to get the lactic out of my legs, and it just did not work.
Yeah, it's. Oh, that hill workout was pretty bad too. That one hill workout we had. That like straight
Forest?
200, and then it was like curvy.
Oh, the
uphill.
curvy one?
Dude,
You didn't like that one?
No.
Oh, the most recent one?
Oh yeah.
That's the one I hurt my ankle on because I tripped.
Oh yeah. That was at the beginning I would feel really good and smooth. Obviously it's asphalt. And then you turn on
that
with
felt
the grass.
so good. That straightaway, I was like,
Yeah.
my arms were pumping, like I was moving like nice and strong.
Yeah.
I remember running, dude, and I was like sitting there, and I was like, all right, like you have to get out in front because like the distance girls are literally running further than you. Like you have to like get up in front and like not just hang out in the back.
Yeah.
And I was like going up in the front, Liz literally right next to me, and I felt like I was already sprinting, and I was like, oh my gosh, how does she run like this?
It's
We
crazy.
still had an extra like 200 to go on that brick road.
I know.
I stopped at the hill and I was like on all fours, like trying to catch my breath.
Well, I knew they had to run further, but then when I watched how much further they ran, I was like,
yeah, because that was probably how Jake was with you guys.
There's one the first rep.
He was.
I remember seeing him like.
Yeah. It was like me, you, and he was right behind me.
Yeah,
he was starting to catch me at the end. I was like,
yeah, like I finished, and I was just like, the first one I wasn't like dying, but I finished, and I kind of just turned around, thinking that the person right behind me was like gonna be just the rest of the sprinters. There's Jake, and then he runs like another 200 or 100
It's looking really
later.
humbling, like realizing they have that much stamina in them to keep going.
And they take way less rest than us.
Yeah, they literally jogged back.
They jogged back. They had less both times. They're like, oh, we'll wait for the sprinters for the second one, and the third one, they're like, yeah.
No, the girls were standing there like, oh, we'll wait for you, Ashlyn. I was like,
we ran back the first one, and then after that we're walking.
Yeah. I saw you guys jogging, and I was sitting there. I was like, I'm not jogging. I was like, the girls are still behind me. I'm chilling. If they catch me, I'll start jogging back with them.
I like that. Those type of workout though.
No, it was.
You finish and you just like feel like you definitely put a couple bricks in the wall.
It was a good workout. I just felt like garbage after.
Oh yeah,
and during.
The kind where you feel like you take a nap standing up, like close your eyes.
Other than the fact that
that's what you were saying that workout.
Other than the fact that my hamstring like started like tightening up, my legs felt fantastic. But like, obviously, other than the fact that my hamstring was about to like tear, but like, my like very little lactic like pooling, like it felt good. But dude, I don't think took care of my body the right way beforehand. I think that was when Fortnite came out.
When you guys ran, you ran there.
I ran there, but I literally both of my quads or my calves cramped afterwards. Both of my hips were like aching, and it's like that was the day that Fortnite came out. So literally, I woke up at like 7 a.m. and played Fortnite all day. Didn't eat anything, didn't drink anything.
You didn't?
No. Well, I think I ate like a little bit, like a granola bar or something. And so
Cray asked you,
like, yeah, what are you eating and drinking? I'm like, normally I'm fine.
No, he said, did you do anything differently like today? Like, did you do anything different that maybe would have like affected? And you were like, no. I was like, played Fortnite all day.
And so like that definitely wasn't the best.
That definitely probably played a role, because even
at least in the cramping and stuff, maybe not the hamstring.
Especially you're just like sitting all day, like.
I was gonna say.
And especially like if you're not eating or drinking. I mean, I can't like talk, but if you're not eating and drinking enough, then yeah, you're definitely gonna feel like crap.
Let's say even eating, or even if you did eat and drink, you still might have had the hamstring issue because just the sitting with like your hamstring like in like the just unstretching position, like it was still like.
I also hit hamstrings like 2 days beforehand, fairly hard, and that's like I love Vontae, and I think that's the one thing I'm like, all right, I'll do hamstring at the end of the week whenever I know I'm fine. But if I have a hard X workout the next day, I can't do it because that's how I'm gonna tear my hamstring.
Well, it kind of sucks sometimes because like sometimes we don't know like what the X day is looking like. So like when we have lifts beforehand, I'm always like, all right, well, how hard do I actually want to go? Because like I obviously need to lift, but like I'm not trying to be like beat for this workout that we have.
I want to be able to still have a good workout.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes that's when I surprise myself. Like I'll be really sore on X day, and I'm like, well, I mean, I gotta do it anyway, and then I somehow end up running like really well, and I'm like, and I'm just like get excited. Like imagine if I didn't feel like that.
I'll tell you what, the last 2 days, my body's been beat My legs have been the most sore they've ever been.
Last X days or workouts?
Huh? From both, because I lifted the other day and I was like actually lifting kind of heavier than what I usually do. And then the X days, but
yesterday X day or the
no,
ones
the
before
one
the two
before.
before that.
Yeah.
What did you think of the speed makers?
Like
They were actually harder
literally,
than they.
You were telling me that they were gonna be pretty hard, but I was like sitting there, I was like, oh. I remember I sat there and I was like, oh, only 4. It's like only 4.
Yeah.
But low key, like they weren't tiring on my legs, but like my lungs, yeah.
My legs were perfect. My lungs.
It was like me and Lexi were running together, and like we were just like not talking because we were like struggling to catch our breath. And I was like, all right, let's join Audrey and Elena. Maybe I'll like maybe we'll all talk and I'll get like me and Lexi talking so we're not like breathing heavy. And then no, it was literally just all of us breathing heavy.
It was a lot. It like got over. Like it was quicker than I thought too.
No, it went really fast.
It is. It's nice because like it really worked in your lungs, and I think no matter what stage you're at, if you're truly sprinting for that 60 yards, like it's gonna be a long workout.
Yeah.
Because like your sprinting needs like full speed, takes a lot of oxygen.
That workout actually did make me.
Well, you guys were sprinting 60 yards.
Yeah.
I
think
think
it was like jog.
I thought it was from. I guess you had to build up. Never mind.
Sorry, it was like I guess not. It was like a build up into the
60,
the other 40.
But
because the way I did it, or Austin was telling me, I got to top speed by the 30 yards, and then it went all the way through to the other 40.
Yeah, I guess
and
that's
then decelerated
right.
out,
Yeah.
and then But that workout actually didn't make me late to work for once.
Yeah.
The one today?
No,
Or
the one
yesterday?
yesterday.
It
We got
did?
done so early. No, it didn't. I said it
Oh, I
did
thought you
make
said-
me late to work.
Yeah.
Always late to work because of X days.
They do last a while.
They do.
Plus, when you add in the factor, when you add the laying on the ground.
Actually, they're not that long compared to like some of our like block starts days.
Yeah.
Those ones take like 2 hours. The X days will literally.
They shouldn't, but
yeah,
they do.
because they sit and chat too much.
There was one day, it was just me and Fonte. Like, we had to go to the cross country meet. I was like, hey, Fonte, can we go do blocks separately like this? He's like, yeah. We were out there for an hour and 30 minutes. I did 4 starts.
Really?
Because we were just talking the entire time.
Those are like the best, but honestly the worst.
And it was one of my best block start. Like, I was really snappy that day, but
Man, me and blocks.
Snappy.
more
do not
today.
Get along.
We're doing them in the disc though.
They'll have me
That's
like.
what I
I need to
Yeah.
ask him.
No, blocks genuinely bring me a different level of anger. Like I literally compare it to like when you like golf. So it's like if you don't have a good swing, your ball's not gonna go anywhere. If you don't have like good form, like your ball's just gonna, or it's like you're literally just gonna hit the ground. And so every time I golf, I turn my club out whenever I like set up. So then it always like veers off to the right. It's exactly how blocks is, except like it's like my form's not right. So I'm literally tripping out of blocks every single time I get out. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they say you just have to trust your body. Like, if you feel like you're tripping, just like keep going. Like, cause
there was that one video where I'm like literally full feet in the air, like
yeah. But that's the thing, like you should be right at that edge. Like if you feel like you are, just trust that next step, and then like you know what I mean. Just keep trying to push, even if you feel like you're about to, like if you feel like you're falling forward. At least that's what I was told a couple times, and then yeah, or maybe you're just leaning over. I don't know.
I think it's a mix of stuff.
Yeah,
and it's difficult because it's like, oh, try this, and then it's actually not that that's doing it. It's like it has like 6 block starts that are all bad because the one thing that we keep telling you correct isn't working.
Yeah.
Literally the last 2 times we've done block starts, I'm like, all right, I gotta stop. I gotta take a break.
I think if we did more drills, aren't necessarily blocks, but like pushing a sled, but where you do like one kind of step and knee drive at a time, and just working on like the initial part, and then like the wall work and.
I kind of like that one workout we did where we're like laying on our stomach, and then you have to like jump as soon as the whistle goes off to take off. And you kind of like see what your form looks like coming up, like pushing up.
What
I kind of like that one.
Kind of got like helped me was I just did like 4 points, but like I did like 3 steps and that's it. Like just like on the turf in my socks because it's like I wasn't trying to like. I was just really like almost going slow and focusing on my form, and then like once you translate to the blocks, it's like I just do this.
Yeah.
Fast, like full speed out of it, and that helped a lot. I mean,
like honestly, sometimes I think I have better starts from a 3-point stance without the blocks. Like, because I don't know, especially with those New Balance spikes, I just feel like they put me in a position to just be able to take off.
I feel like realistically, like I'm not absolutely faster. It's just I feel like in person.
Yeah.
Like, it's like I feel like I think it's just because like I'm in the athletic stance, like hunched over, like in that 2 point, ready to go. But,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess like I feel like I feel like I do almost accelerate faster from that 4x1, but it's because I feel like I usually wait like a little bit longer before I go
mm-hmm.
in case because I don't want to run away, and then that in turn makes me like no, I have to accelerate even faster.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and it's like
But,
you have adrenaline.
yeah,
It's like a
that
team
too.
thing. I mean, like track is a team thing, but like you know,
Mm-hmm.
4x1 obviously.
Same
It's
with
like it's not
4x4.
just about you; it's about your team. So
That's why I think that's why the 4x4, even though you always like, it's the same race, but usually the nerves are way down, but you feel more excited, and then like
yeah, I
it just
kind of
doesn't suck as bad.
yeah, I enjoy sometimes.
The
Now
running,
I enjoy the 4x4.
the running start has to do something.
That
Like,
yeah.
that also makes it not suck less. Like, I don't know why.
Well, I mean, I start. I think a lot of it is just knowing you have your teammates
Mm-hmm.
somehow just like even when I start. So I'm still running like a 400 basically. There's just a difference of how I feel like I literally even run differently when I'm in the 4x4. Like I just feel more smooth. Like I'll like if you just take the baton in my hand and set me to run a 4, I'll be like running it differently. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't really know what it is, but there's like a change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I ran a 4x1 in ages.
What do you want?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
I don't think you will be this
Like
year.
genuinely, no.
Yeah.
I kind of hope I'm not. I mean,
You won't be.
yeah,
I think it'll mainly.
I wouldn't like hate it, but I would rather not.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I did not want to be on it last year. Like I just thought it was gonna be. I don't really like the 4x1 ever.
Yeah, and you didn't know if it was like gonna be like super good, worth doing.
Yeah. Well, I just never liked it because I was like the race is too fast. Like it's just gonna be over, and then if we mess up once, like I was just like it's just not gonna be worth it. And then we do it once, and I was like, oh, we can get better.
We're actually pretty decent at this, yeah.
It's one of those things that it's like, obviously in like a 100, you're like, okay, like I can improve, but it's not like I can improve by seconds. In a 4x1, it's like, especially where we were like, okay, we can improve by a lot every single time, and like we kept getting like improving, and we're like, we can still get a lot better.
I know.
It's like something like addicting about that. Like,
it was.
We can keep going, and then once we got the one time at the home meet, we're like, okay,
like that was
this is a different level of we can like keep going.
I don't know. I'm excited to see how the team perform this year.
I know.
Especially like obviously I'm excited for the girls. Like
Mm-hmm.
we have decent, like we had pretty decent recruits come in. But like I mean, you guys got second last year, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean Craig brought in a lot of freshmen distance that are
Mm-hmm.
pretty good, middle distance, and then
I'm really.
You guys are obviously all getting better, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see where.
Yeah.
I wonder how the other teams are doing.
That's like I am excited.
Like how they're recruiting.
Or how
we won't know that until the first.
Yeah, like I mean,
first meet, maybe in the second meet, because like not everyone competes in that first meet. So it's like
I'm excited. Oh, the 800's not gonna be in the first meet. I guess distance isn't really running anyway.
Yeah.
Dang, this thing's torn up.
That's why this is on here. Came from the attic of
Wilson.
Your side, it's supposed to be a little more even. Like I got all of it over here.
There's like not even.
I know.
It's supposed to be all this, and there's
it's
like nothing.
all over this thing. Like.
Yeah, probably good thing.
It's like all me now too.
So, is that like that on that too?
Kind of.
Yeah. It is. Especially this seat is like just rolling.
Mm-hmm. But like, I was at the beginning of the year out. All right, like I gotta check all these like teams. Like who'd they get? And then now I'm like, you know what? I'm confident. I know I'm better. We'll see who they have.
Yeah.
And then like at the end of the day, I'm still at a point like if they have like, I'm some crazy reason not gonna be able to score in the 6 or the 1, we go still score in the 4. So it's like at first I was like, all right, I have to beat these freshmen coming in. I'm like, first off, like I don't even know what they're running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they could have this crazy PR they're in. You never know.
All we gotta do is just keep getting better.
And at the end of the day, as long as like, who got third? Augie?
I don't think anyone was. Yeah,
no one was close, but like who
cannot
did get
remember.
third? I think it was Augie for men.
What place did we get? Fifth? Fourth?
I don't know. I think you guys will be a lot better this year though.
I agree.
Was it sixth? No.
It might have been.
Was it sixth?
Fifth or
I think
sixth.
it was fifth.
Might have been fifth.
I can't remember. I want to say fifth though.
But
Let's go with
We're
fifth.
trying to say fifth, yeah.
with like, we also don't like obviously like, we need to score as many points as possible to win. But it's like in some places, there's other teams taking away points from those teams that are in the league up there too. Also matters. So it's like if other teams get better, we are also in a weird sense getting better to a certain degree. Like obviously, like they're taking points away from us. That's where it gets tough. But
Yeah.
they're taking away points from other teams in very specific events. And it's like, okay.
I'm excited to see the Alyssas race against each other this year in the 8.
Oh yeah.
Is she still back?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Because
I thought she was
her.
a senior.
I thought I had saw her in cross country this season.
Our Alyssa has definitely been getting.
Oh, she is
putting in work a lot better.
Oh yeah.
A lot of our team.
What is it? What is her name? It was like Alyssa Refuse.
Yep.
Refuse.
From North Park?
No, Elmhurst.
Yeah, Elmhurst.
That's what it is.
The enemy may take some.
How do you spell that?
I'm sure.
Just go to
CCIW.
Go to their roster.
My phone's almost dead.
Okay, I don't feel like looking right now. That can be enough.
Yeah. But that will be fun because who won in the 8?
I think she did. Yeah.
Not by a ton though. I know she had her in the mile.
I don't know.
Maybe
it's the mile. Yeah.
But
maybe she didn't run the 8, or did she?
I think she. I think Alyssa beat her in one. The other Alyssa, wasn't it like?
I think ours beat her in the 8 most of the time, and theirs
beat her
in the mile.
Yeah.
But Alyssa's definitely a lot.
Stronger. A lot better shape.
Distances too.
Not that she wasn't in good shape last year, but
she's to a point where she's like qualifying for nationals and cross country, so like she has some of that speed still. Actually,
yeah, I'm excited to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
It'll
be fun year.
Yeah.
No matter what happens.
It's gonna be sad at the end though.
Yeah.
Dude, it always like creeps into my mind. I'll literally just be sitting in class, like literally in like math lecture, just be sitting there and then I'm like, and I'm like that one song you made me listen to.
Yeah.
I literally was like trying to do my math homework and literally like eyes swelling with tears.
We played it for Ryder in the podcast.
We did last week.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
He thought it was. I don't remember exactly what
he You could tell he was sitting there contemplating for a while. He was like just staring off in the distance, like doing that.
So sad.
I know.
It really is.
It came up. It like played. It like shuffled in my music the other day, and I was like, skip. Not listening to this.
I know.
Right
I've been
now.
skipping it too. I'm like,
I don't remember what day it was. I turned it on. Like I wasn't in my feels. Like, you know what? I'm gonna get in my feels. I played it. I played like 3 or 4 other like songs like that, and I was like, all right.
It'll do it real quick for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's like
immediately.
That's literally like half our team too.
I found another song. It came up. It was like it literally starts as like I don't know how to like we don't know how to say goodbye or something like that. I was like,
I'm not listening to that.
Too sad.
What was that country song that I played that one time? Remember?
It's still on our most recent text, but I can't remember what it's called.
Me neither. That's a good one though.
There's a lot of songs like that.
I think for me at least it's hitting home differently because I know that one, they're all leaving, but it's like how different the team's going to be next year.
Yeah.
Strictly off like who's there, like the atmosphere, because like all the seniors are gone.
Yeah.
But then putting that into perspective, that's us next year.
Yeah.
We're going to be the seniors. Then that is just scary.
Already,
that's
I feel
just
like I was like,
that's
we
just
were
like
little
crazy.
freshmen not that long ago.
And yeah, I obviously like I love.
So insane.
If you want to call it the college journey that I've been on. Freshman year sucked, and it's like I just take freshman year off. Let me have one more year.
Yeah,
at the end. But
that's kind of what I got.
I wish I would have made more out of my freshman year.
I agree.
Kind of was just like moping and groping all the time.
I didn't do anything at all the first semester.
Moping and groaning. It rhymed, so it sounded right. And I was like, hold on. No, yeah. I mean, I literally. Yeah, my grades are so good, but I was like, my grades are pretty decent freshman year because all I did was my homework all the time.
I looked at it and like, it made no sense because I wasn't a bad student in high school. I just didn't care, and like I actually cared now. And my GPA was like 3.4 my freshman year of college, and then like in high school, I don't even know what it was, but it was not. I don't know if it was in the 3s because like I did not try.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's like in college.
Actually, that's not crazy. That's mean to say.
Yeah.
No, I it's like I'm not like obviously I'm dumb, but it's like I just literally what my high school consisted of: get up early in the morning, go lift, go to class until end of school, go from that to practice, to video games with my friends at home. Like just no homework got done, and I like I mean it got done, but it wasn't always the best. It's like
I just can't imagine if like I actually transferred. Like where
I remember you talking to me. Like,
so
like
close.
Where were you gonna go?
Yeah.
SIUE. Well, that's where I originally planned to go, and then backed out to come here. because Cray talked me into it on our visit, and then my parents were like, "You should just try it. Just make it try." I was like, "Yes." And then I remember my stepmom made a post on Facebook, like she was like, "Ashlyn's going to Milliken," and then she put like to do track and field, and I was like, "Take it off. I don't know if I'm doing track and field. Take it off." I was like, "I don't want people to think I'm doing it, and then I don't actually do it." So I made her like edit the post and take out track.
Wow.
Even though I was like standing at the track during the picture, I was like, take that part out.
That's what I was gonna kind of answer there, but I was gonna ask like how you even ended up here. But I mean, you pretty much answered it. But
yeah,
I mean, normally everyone has just said they didn't originally. They just didn't plan to come here, or like it wasn't.
No
yeah, it
first
seems
choice.
like I mean, our entire class basically. I don't know if like Itzel did, but
I think Itzel was the only one that was somewhat planning on it.
yeah, I have no idea.
Itzel and Cam.
But like you came here last minute, I came here last minute.
Carson was.
Yeah, Carson. I think that was.
I mean, our class wasn't much bigger.
I didn't
than
say
that.
literally. I don't know about like Matsy and Skaggs and all them. I want to say they plan to come here probably, but
I mean, look at it. Everyone that didn't plan to come here, look at them now.
Yeah, and it's crazy.
I think I would have hated it at SIUE.
I don't know what SIUE is even like, to be honest with you.
Me neither.
I have no clue.
But I don't know, I just couldn't imagine like not doing a sport, like not being busy.
It'd be boring.
Yeah, especially like, yeah, I couldn't even imagine.
It would feel.
I have so much free time though. I just don't know what I'd do with my free time.
Yeah, I mean, I had a ton of free time freshman year, and I was doing a sport. But it's like I probably would have had more free time than. Well, it's because I literally like even I came from practice, just sat in my room. That's all I did.
Well, my freshman year was when I just stupid did 3 sports.
Yeah.
What?
And
soccer,
then 2
football,
labs.
track.
So I was doing football and soccer at the same time.
And your major was what was your major?
Biology.
Yeah,
I had 2 labs, but I would literally go to lab, straight to football from 3 to 6, and then sometimes soccer would be like right after. But normally when I got moved to JV, we'd practice it. We started at 11 sometimes, and we go 11 to like 12, like midnight.
Seriously?
Yes, and then I would go home.
Holy moly.
Probably talk. My roommate was a late night guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how is that allowed? Like,
I don't know.
You could get enough sleep.
I know, and then we'd go back. I'd still have to do homework sometimes, and either I wouldn't do it or I would just start it around like 1 a.m. And then I was also partying freshman year a lot. Like that was my party days. So me and my roommate Dustin would be just like
going out
until 3 a.m. even on weekdays sometimes, and then go to practice. We had 6 a.m. practice back then. We'd show up at 6 a.m. The funny thing is, we got better when we had we think I'll hit your body week, where you party and drink every day. That's old me. And every day we'd go out. We'd 3 a.m. wake up for 6 a.m. practice. We got better those 2 weeks, and then when we stopped is when it went just downhill.
I saw a TikTok saying it's like me whenever I check my grades after I've been an athlete instead of a student athlete, and it's like obviously like I've been at a point where I can't prioritize my grades.
Yeah, I think we're all guilty of that.
At times, like I forget. I wish like there was an option to do this and not go to school.
I know.
At times, school's annoying.
We could start another league. Like, hey, just keep running track.
Diamond League.
Yeah, you like graduate and you're like, all right, track club.
Yeah.
We can't join it till we graduate, but.
Yeah, but it's only college. That's basically like college age. We'll just call it something like the NCAA, but you don't have to take classes.
The NCAA.
Yeah.
Wait, no, collegiate. So in AA.
National NCAA.
National graduated.
National College Age Athletics Association instead of just college age.
That works. NCAA.
NCAA.
No. NCAA.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But no, I'm glad I ended up here. I genuinely don't know what I'd be doing if I was somewhere else.
Same boat. Yeah.
Or like I feel like everyone's just growing their faith too. And it took 3 or 4 years for a lot of it to happen. But
yeah, I mean, mine's like, I didn't go to anything last year. I think I went to church, but I just kind of like went just to go because everybody else was going. Like obviously I was going because like wanted to grow my faith, but like I didn't really have as much intention in that than what I do right now.
How was it like? Did you go to church like growing up, or like what is like your
not at all
journey?
My family's like Christian. Like we would go to church. Like we went to church a few times. Like we would like steadily go for like a month or so, and then like fall out of it. And then like sometimes we'd go, like we would go for like Christmas and like Easter. Like I made my family come to GT with me Easter this year, but like we've never consistently gone. So definitely hard getting into a habit of doing that.
Yeah.
Whenever it's not something I did my entire life. So.
When did you like start taking it serious? Was it Nevada?
Literally. Yeah, well, so like the first Avada we had, which was what was it last year?
Like end of indoor season.
Yeah, like I was like going to Bible study and stuff like that, but I wasn't like reading my Bible for chapters. But yeah, I really don't know if anybody was, to be honest.
Yeah,
very few people were.
I would read them like once, and then like I'd forget about it and put it off, which I still do. Working on it, it's a lot better than what it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. There just wasn't like as much intention in my actions as what there is now. But I thought like Avada last year. I was like, yeah, man, like I'm gonna change. Like I'm gonna start going to church and like with intention. I'm gonna start going to like Avada FCA. I didn't even know Avada was consistently a thing until this year. So like FCA, literally did not go to FCA at all. Went like once last year, like the first one maybe.
Yeah, I would text you like, hey, FCA.
Yeah. Well, and like this isn't an excuse, but I did live at home. But like Elena goes, and Elena lives 45 minutes away, so.
Oh
but,
yeah,
like,
she does live at home. She's here for.
But like I wasn't really close with anybody. Yeah, I wasn't really close with anybody to stay anywhere. I mean, I live 5 minutes away or 10 minutes away, but like I don't know. Sometimes it's just like a hassle because I put my homework off till Sunday night.
Yeah.
And then you know what I mean. I'd be like, well, I have homework, and then I'm like, I have to drive there and back. I don't want to waste gas driving there and back. And I do that all week. So like being on campus is like a little easier, but like now it's like I don't know. There's just like what I've been saying, more intention behind my actions now than what there had been. But Avada this year was, I think, a bigger turning point for me. So I like, what was it? It was like raise my hand to get saved or something like that, or to give my life to God. Yeah, and then that was like, it's kind of scary. Well, it wasn't scary, but like, yeah, I was like kind of doubting it. I was like, man, I don't know if I should have done that. And then I was like, you should have done it. Like, stop questioning it.
Yeah, that was
and it
cool.
like genuinely benefited me so much because I know like by doing that it was like keeping myself accountable. So I was like, okay, you just gave your life to Christ, so like what are you going to do to, you know what I mean, stay doing that instead of like falling out like I had last year. And so like I felt like raising my hand and doing that in front of everybody was kind of like me showing God like, oh, I want to give my life to you, and then like also like showing accountability to myself because like obviously now I go to church with intention. I take notes. I needed to buy better Bibles so I can like actually like not take it on my phone. Like I have a giant church notes app folder just full of all the notes from church, but that, and then like I don't know. I definitely still a lot of room to grow. So still just working with that.
Yeah, I mean it's been awesome. I mean obviously I've seen you grow, so like a proud.
Yeah.
I would say proud father, but proud friend.
That'd be kind of weird. Proud father. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm excited to keep growing. I just need to keep sticking with it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure tomorrow will help.
Yeah, I like got up. I almost left my apartment this morning. And I was like, wait, you didn't read your devotional, my like devotional book. I was like speed reading through it real quick. Already running late to class. So I was like, all right, what are we talking about? And it was like, talked about Matthew. Talked about. I think it literally talked about like deceitfulness. Is that word?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it talked about. It was pretty interesting. But
yeah, nice.
Read that and I went to class. Right on time. Made it just in time to not miss roll. Be counted.
Meant to be.
Yeah. So, no, I'm definitely excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
That's one of the things I've been getting very, very recently, like the past few days, more into is like listening to stuff. So like, there'd be pastors or like someone going over the Bible and like explaining it like after I read it, because it's like I can not do stuff while doing it, but it's like it's very hard for me to like walk to class with the Bible in my hand like that. So like, but if I can put it in my AirPods, like I can walk, like I can drive, and like the little things, it's like making not every moment, but like as much moments as I physically can like about that or learning about that is something that's like been pretty big for me, because like I can sit like, I guess you could obviously pray, but it's like I can't learn, and also like you can get stronger in your faith by like just praying and talking to God, but like that, or like having worship music in the background or Christian music in the background, stuff like that, where I'm growing just kind of in the background of things. Just kind of like what you said, just being like more intentional with every moment that I've been in lately.
Yeah.
That was on our contract.
That was be intentional.
I literally was in math today and I had my AirPod in listening to Maverick City set list. I was like covering it with my hair that way he didn't see it. I don't think he would have cared, but
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I don't really feel like listening. I know what I'm doing, so I don't really feel like listening.
You know what you're doing?
I'm talking. Yeah.
Is it
I know
math?
what I'm doing. I'm doing good math this year.
I thought you were struck the other day. You're like,
okay,
did you
yeah,
run
I didn't
test?
do too hot.
yeah.
I didn't go to my test, but the rest of the tests, I could have afforded one bad test. So now I just gotta do good on this next one, which I'm pretty positive I know what I'm doing. So
Yeah.
I think I'm chilling for the most part, hopefully.
Is there one test left?
Yeah, and then the exam.
And finals.
Yeah, the exam's gonna be rough.
Is it
It's gonna be hard.
cumulative?
I don't know. I don't know how he's gonna do it yet.
I've had a lot of teachers that always say it's cumulative, and we get to the end, and they're like, "I'm not gonna do that. Actually, let's just change it to the last."
No, and it'll be like a test grade, like normal test grade.
Yeah.
That's how.
Which I'm fine with.
Osai literally all year, he gives us like these giant projects, and he's like, "I hope he's watching this too. I hope he hears me. If you're hearing me, you better not give us final." This man gives us like 1,000 Excel sheets, and he's like, "Oh, if you guys do good on this, like, we won't have the final, or it'll be like, or like, you know, it won't be worth as many points." But then he keeps talking about it. He's like, "All right, yep, this is the final. This is what's gonna be on the final. Like, get ready to take it." I'm like, "Oh, we're taking the final."
He probably just tries to motivate you guys that way.
Probably.
I feel like low key, not okay. This is
I
gonna
love
come out
him. He's
wrong,
my favorite teacher.
but I'm gonna explain it. Professors are like scum in a way. That it's
Scum?
like, yeah, that's why I said it's gonna come out crazy.
statement.
In a way, it's like they like lie to you at times. I had like a professor.
They like gaslight you into thinking.
Yes, they're like okay. Our final for my marketing class last year. I went to a last chance meet. I'm like, hey, like I need to take this like preferably beforehand. I don't want to take it after. Like I want to get all my stuff done so I can just worry about this meet. And she's like, yeah, no, you have to take it after. Like you have to go sit down. It's a paper final in class, and like tell me all these things. And then last minute, like 2 days before I leave, she's like, oh yeah, guys, by the way, this class exams online. It's due at your home, completely open book. I'm like, you could have just told me. Like, why would you make me stress over this final for like 3 weeks when you were just gonna do that?
Yeah.
It's like I have other professors who are like, oh, this is gonna be like the worst thing in the world, and it's like the easiest thing, and it's like they like gaslight you into like thinking different things, and it's like, bro, stop.
They like stress out so much.
Yes.
For it to literally be like too
It's like
much.
I understand.
Yeah.
But I'd rather be over prepared than under prepared. Like I'd rather overshoot it and be like, oh yeah, that was super easy because there was only like 2 questions, and be like, oh yeah, I only studied 2 questions, but there was like 50.
That's true. It's like at times though they give me like the blood pressure of like a 70-year-old dude with like heart problems, so it's like it's not good, but I'm sure that could be other things I'm eating and stuff. But
I do have blood pressure. So.
yeah, you do.
I've been taking my meds, but when I've checked it, it's just below 140 over 80.
Does your watch do it?
No, I just looked at it. But like, he said I told him I quit taking them. He said it's fine as long as you average below 140. And normally I'm like 139. So.
I love checking my heart rate on here.
Me too. We can check our blood pressure.
76 beats per minute. 4 minutes ago.
67. I had caffeine today too.
It's
Me
measuring
too.
it right
I've
now.
only had caffeine and sugar.
I thought you literally said you were gonna stop drinking caffeine.
No.
Okay, but
no, listen, this doesn't count because I didn't feel like I needed it.
That's when you shouldn't have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was just like,
The only caffeine
I
that
was just at the gas station. And I was like, man, I really want to drink. And then I was
What'd you get?
A Red Bull, a small one.
That's the worst.
But
Red Bull is so.
No, wait, it only has 120.
I know what I'm saying. It's just like not. It's like
It doesn't
taste
good.
better.
Yeah, like if you're gonna get caffeine, make it enjoyable.
I think it tastes good. I love
How?
it.
It tastes like I'm drinking a battery.
Yeah, but it tastes good.
No, it tastes like liquid Smarties, but not in a good way.
Ew. No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Liquid Smarties. I don't know what it tastes like, but it tastes good. I kind of tastes like little batteries, but like better tasting, like good tasting batteries, I guess. I don't know if that's a thing, but
apparently it is.
I don't know. I enjoy it. I was actually going in to get one of those Alani drinks. Those things are fire.
Yeah, those are good.
How much caffeine's in those?
200 milligrams.
You know the cleans that are in some of the vending machines around campus? They're called Clean Energy.
Oh.
The bubblegum one tastes like cotton candy.
Oh, good.
Clean?
I think they only have it that
Legit.
flavor though in front of at AT.
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
It looks gross, so I never buy it.
It is.
I
It's
don't
actually
try
good.
new things.
You gave it to me to try.
It's good. It's also like 200.
Are you guys a little sick right now?
Yes.
A little bit.
For you?
Yeah.
Everybody's like everyone I've asked has been a little sick.
Last 2 days, I like woke up and like could not breathe.
Yeah.
But it could be because like it literally was like 20 degrees last week, and now it's like 60. I like to just blame it on that, and not the fact that it's because I'm like maybe not getting enough sleep or something. So.
I've been constantly like the past few nights just slathering Vicks on my chest, and like hoping that that's enough.
That looky feels so good when you do that.
It
though.
does.
It opens your airways so much.
It's like other than today, I woke up with like it sounded like fluid was in my ears. They hurt, but like other than that, like a little bit of a runny nose.
Yeah. I've never tried vapes.
I've never tried
vapor. But yeah, it seems sketchy. I feel like I'm just breathing in chemicals. Like, obviously never tried it, but that's just how I feel like I would feel.
It is weird. I don't know. It's just like so cooling. It like opens your airways up.
It's nice.
It's nice. I love it.
Just smell my farts. It'll open your airways up.
No, I think it'd do the opposite.
Yeah, it's gonna sear some.
Yeah. I think that's how that
chemically
works.
close them somehow.
I don't even think I would do that if it cleared my airways. Rather just stick with
Sometimes
how it's
I'm
feeling.
forced to do it.
I don't think you're forced to do anything. You walk away.
Yeah, he's like Caleb.
When I don't know about it.
Caleb fart in my face.
I said when I don't know about it, and then I get a whiff, and then it's too late. I got a whiff.
But low key, mine smell kind of good.
No. No.
No, they don't. I remember there was one day, was it him in the car? We were like coming back from like La Talk or something like that. He like locked the windows to the car. Just like gagging for my life in the back.
Between you and Jake, it's awful.
Who's
Jake
worse?
doesn't smell. Yours smell worse, but Jake just farts 24/7.
Dude, he trusts me. We were running, and like he'll just let one rip while he's running, and I feel like there's like no like holding it back. Like I feel like if I don't hold it back, usually I can feel like just the dam's about to burst. Like it's about to be Hershey squirts down my leg. But like
That's crazy.
like I'll literally start farting. I'm like, if I don't stop it now, it's full bore. And then Jake will just be running, and like sounds like he's just I don't even know how to do it, but he doesn't. He like trusts his body not to poop. How about you? We always end up on the topic of poop.
Yeah, let's change topic.
That's terrible.
Oh my.
Ashlyn, have you ever started while you're running track?
Can't say I have.
Guys, I thought we were moving off poop.
I know I farted every step, and then I saw a guy.
Every step?
I've like about peed my pants quite a few times.
I have.
Like really close.
You ever have like little dribble? Like, can you tell? Does they just come through? Dribble marks?
I can't say the same.
Have I told a long jump story on here before?
Not on here.
Oh. Well, high school, we had a gray patch over like the crotch area on my leggings. And I just had to pee really bad, but then I a little bit came out. And then as I'm looking down, I'm like, you're clearly wet there. So I just jumped with my pants on. And like I just do really bad. And the coach is like, why didn't you take your pants off? And I'm like,
well, I actually peed my pants.
Yeah.
I'm actually literally sitting in my pee right now. It's disgusting.
And I saw a guy with just poop up and down the crack. Like just a brown stain. Like it looked obvious.
You saw it?
Yes, he was doing blocks. He was the heat before me. And I could just he was like, so I was watching.
Dude, I'm scratching. I'm scratching.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't even run my race.
The only time I'm not is at conference at the nationals.
That's a public humiliation.
Yeah.
Like, everybody, you gotta put pants on or
Maybe
something.
He didn't know. Maybe he just like.
How do you not?
How do you not know?
Yeah.
But that's why you don't get white bottoms. Like they had white. It was like a singlet too.
Oh.
So it's probably like, yeah.
Track?
Some people do singlets. Yeah.
Or like the one piece.
Yeah.
It's like the.
I don't think I've ever.
But if I was like the first
LSU
second.
wears them a lot.
Who?
LSU. They have like the one piece, like everything.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. You don't know.
That's. I don't think I've witnessed.
Imagine being the guy. That's when they have people hold
Poor
the blocks
guy.
for you at meets. So that person that holds the blocks is probably like.
I was like, dude. And it's like, do you tell them? Like, do you tell them when they're in the blocks? Like,
no,
ready
you
to
gotta
go,
tell
or
them
do you
after.
Like, dude, that's a crap stain.
Imagine it was like just long jumping. That's what that was.
Yeah. Just got sand stuck in there.
I was gonna say he jumped in it and landed on his butt, and like he wiped out his butt and just didn't get in the middle. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
I hope that's not what that was.
I don't know if I say this, but I've long jumped onto like sand and like sometimes you just directly like land on like your taint or like your hole basically, and it hurts. Like it's like your cheeks are open when it happens, and it hurts so bad. It's like I don't know how to explain it, but like you'll know you don't land right.
All right, let's move on. That's insane to say on a podcast with proof. You literally caught 4K.
You don't land right.
And I know it because I don't. The person I talked to other people about it, and they've happened to them too.
You talk like what?
Who are you talking about?
Well, I saw one. I watched someone do it, and they're like, and I was like, "This is what you did." And they're like, "Yeah."
Oh my goodness.
Long jumper thing.
Oh. That's terrible.
Oh my.
Yeah. I'm surprised you guys have never experienced that. I'm kidding. You guys never long jumped?
I did.
Actually, yeah, I did too.
Tripled. I longed and tripled.
Oh.
I was a high jumper back in my day. Not a
You
good one.
Yeah, you should do it.
Not
I bet
a
you'd be
good
better
one.
now.
When's back in your day? When you were like the 5'2"?
Sophomore year.
This tall?
No, actually, yeah. I ran 1 year track in junior high. I did hurdles and high jump.
That'd be fun.
And I literally was this big, and I was doing hurdles.
Yeah, why?
I was small.
I
was
still
doing hurdles too.
literally still have a rock in my knee from that Cinder Track they had.
Cinder?
Yeah, hold on. Southern knee. Right there.
Dang, that's a rock?
Yeah, it's like part of that Cinder Track. It like literally cut my legs up so bad.
Huh.
You know what's funny? Like, so I like tripped over it, right? And so like, you know what a Cinder Track is? It's like just those little black rocks, and it's like super dusty too. That's what we had at our gym in junior high. And so I jumped over the hurdle, ate it. Like knees, terrible. Elbows gone. I'm like trying to go to the bathroom to like clean up. And I asked the other hurdler, I was like, oh, like come. I just like remember this so vividly because it was crazy. I was like, oh, you want to come with me? I'm going to the bathroom. Like I need to clean my like knees up. She's like, yeah, let me get like one more like rep in real quick. Hits the first hurdle, snaps her arm.
Oh.
Tell me that's not like when I say snapped, like you could clearly see the bone right here, like sticking out.
Like through the skin or no?
Thing. No, but it was like puncturing through. Like you could like where it was like completely snapped it. I was like, oh my god.
I feel like hurdles on a Cinder Track's just an awful idea.
Wouldn't it be uneven?
Cinder Track is just terrible in general. Like we would host track meets.
Host?
Yeah.
I think until like 2008, ours was Cinder, and we got like a new one at 2008.
Argenta has a really nice track and turf now.
Mm-hmm.
They I think they got it my freshman year. Like literally right as I moved to go to Mount Zion, they got all that remodeled.
Really?
I was like, dude, of course, as soon as I moved. Yeah, new track, new turf, like everything's new.
That's always after you leave.
Yeah.
I saw a video online though. They're running hurdles inside though, but it's on a gym floor. And there's just a video of like these girls, they look like middle school, maybe freshman year age. And they're just the way they're just running around, it just looks like, and it's like they're wearing like it's like a meat. And it just looks so weird. I don't know why they're doing that. I was like, I would be so like, I'm not doing that.
The different just track in general, because it's like all you realistically have to do is run.
Yeah.
But, like because like schools want to have it, but like don't have enough funding. There's some just crazy things that people do.
No, for real.
It's just crazy. What school is it that we went to?
I see. Potholes in the track?
No, we went indoors. Oh, it was at a conference. They had like that small indoor track around the basketball court. First off, that was just weird.
But where?
Was it Carroll? Where was that?
Oh yeah.
Did you go inside?
It was
where the team camps inside?
It was at wherever outdoor was.
Yeah, it was at Carroll, right?
Yeah. Because we warmed up there.
Yeah, I warmed up indoors, inside.
Yeah, that's 2 years ago.
Dude, I did not remember that.
Not everybody went in. It was like me.
Oh no, I do remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you could see the basketball courts of like people. And it was
just weird.
It was like the old gym that Milliken had.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, just like newer.
Except for it was on the bottom. There was no stuff up top.
Yeah, it was like at the top, and then it was like the basketball.
No, it was all the track was on the bottom. That's WashU and Wheaton.
That have the thing, and then it's like basketball courts in the center, but it's like elevated, so it's like you're running above the basketball courts. Nobody's saying
right there.
I think it was Carroll.
We are not on the same page.
Oh yeah, so here you can kind of see. Here, so there's like that net thing, right? On the outside of that, so they have like a 150-meter indoor track. It's so weird.
No, I've never seen that.
Yeah, okay, because it was only like me, Kemper, and like probably 2 other people that went inside, and like we sat down because like we had to go charge your phones and stuff because we got sent there early for the second day, or maybe it was the first day. Like we didn't have anything to do.
Guess what? They found the Monicals car.
Really?
Yeah, it's totaled.
Totaled?
Yeah. So what happened?
They
Explain.
crashed it.
Maddie walks in and just told us that and said nothing else.
I was like, so I'm just working, right? And I'm like, I'm ready. I was like, ready to leave. I was like, doing a lot of closing. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here early. Watch the volleyball game. I was watching it at work, but like, so then our delivery driver calls. It's like some girl sobbing, and I'm like, pull the phone away. I was like, hello? It's like, Monicals out, Brian. He was like, can I talk to Mindy, which is our manager? And it was somebody just robbed her and took the car.
Wow.
And it was like some kids too.
At least they didn't like. They could easily like done something bad to her.
I know.
So.
But yeah, they found it.
How much money did they take?
Huh?
How much money did they take?
They didn't take her money.
They didn't?
Nope. They took the salad, pizzas.
They took the food?
Yeah, they told her to put the bag back in the car, and it literally had salad in it.
So they robbed.
They didn't even ask for her fanny pack, and like her fanny pack had all her money in it.
Wow.
What is the point?
It was
Oh my
kids. It was some
goodness.
kids, so they weren't thinking. And she also had the fob to the car, so it's like as soon as you turn the car off, you can't turn it back on. So.
What?
Yeah, it was like it's like unbelievable.
Yeah.
It sounds so fake, but
They're dumb.
Was it even a real gun then?
I don't know.
I guess.
But it's like
you
it's
don't
not,
risk it.
Yeah, I
but,
was
like,
gonna say you can't risk it.
I wonder if it was like kids.
Yeah,
Just
it
like-
was. She said they looked like anywhere from like 11 to 15.
Oh
Like,
my.
Smaller kids.
Dang.
I know. Terrible.
That's insane. You said it's totaled?
Yeah.
So do they? 11 to 15-year-olds can't really drive.
Yeah, I don't know
They
if they
probably,
caught
like-
him or not. I just know the car got totaled.
That's a funny story though.
I would know more if I worked today, but I got off.
Nice.
You did?
So I can go to
I know.
Friendsgiving. Are you guys going?
What time is it again? Yeah.
7.
I think I said it was
7. They
break-
keep pushing it back.
No, maybe it's not 7.
I thought it was like at 6 or 6:30.
Those are the best kind of stretches, though.
Normally I like.
I always stretch like that.
But
Okay, not like
What was
that.
that noise you made of it when you figured something out and you're like,
That's what I don't know. I just get excited and go like.
Is that-
I also do it when I get in my car when it's cold. I do that immediately. I'm like.
Like up next to the.
I'm like
There's
or
a difference between this and the.
Yeah, and then
What's
adding
why
that
the
noise in it.
or when I get in my sheets at night. Literally, I do
Oh,
that.
I love
I'm
getting
like,
into
dude.
your sheets. Yeah, and you get all warm.
I
You
get
know,
all
cozy.
excited. I think
Um,
it's-
You don't ever do that?
So
You just
yes,
sit
Make
there
that
and you're
noise?
like, "Woo!"
Do you make a
No.
noise?
No.
Oh,
I
it
don't
helped.
know.
I do.
I
that.
saw a
But I do like.
So you know on TikTok how like it now has those searches at the bottom of the bar, like
Yeah, where it's
that?
like auto. Yeah.
It was like that exact. It was like making noises after getting in sheets or something like that. It was like making like that, and I was like I clicked it. It was literally describing that exact.
I saw a
same
video.
thing.
It had like a million likes.
Yes, I saw that. I'm like, there's no shot. This is like.
Do you guys ever
abnormal
have cricket feet?
I was about to ask. Yeah.
It was about
Cricket
crack,
feet.
it was like that and cricket feet.
I do that.
I
I'm like-
reshared that TikTok.
That might have been how
Where
I
it's like
saw
you're,
it.
you're laying in bed,
Yeah.
you're like rubbing your feet together
I
under the
can't
blankets,
sleep without rubbing my feet
all
together.
cozy.
I used to. I don't do
Do
it
you
as
guys
much
sleep with
anymore.
socks on?
If I can't get warm, I do sometimes.
Sometimes my feet get cold. I usually sleep with socks on.
Usually.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Disgusting.
That's
It's
yes.
not like the socks I wear all day. I have nighttime socks.
No.
They're like my fun, colorful ones. I just throw on for bed.
I still. For me, it's like
can't
I
believe
used
that
to when I was a
You
kid.
know how like cold my hands get? My feet get like that sometimes. So it's like, if I could sleep with gloves on, I would.
Because like
I sleep with a hoodie tied.
I'll literally sleep with them like in my shirt, like this, or like in the blanket, or in the like the pillow, you know. And there's like
Yeah.
the what's it called?
the pillowcase.
Yeah.
The-
I put my hand between the pillow and the pillowcase, like right on my side, like this.
I used to like violently sleep when I was like a kid.
I'm a
Like
violent
like
sleeper.
I would like I used to fall asleep with like pajama pants and socks and like a shirt on, and it would be like inside out backwards. My socks would be off. My pants would be like flipped around. Like ever since then, I can't sleep with like a shirt. I can now do pajama pants like if I'm like cold, but I can't do socks. Like I just feel.
I sleep in pajama pants. It gets crazy.
Yeah. I have
I
done
sleep
that
in, like,
several
shorts.
times, but like not consistently.
Shorts, pajama pants, and like a sports bra. That's literally it. It's
Yeah.
so simple.
Yeah, I mean,
That'd be comfy. Pajama pants are actually comfy, except when they like if they end up like just riding on my own.
No, I don't do that, so I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
But I love getting into bed. It's my favorite thing. I like literally jump into my bed too because like my bed's high.
Oh, you probably have
So
to.
I can't like. I mean, I could probably like lift myself up, but I literally will just like one leg jump up, immediately get under my covers. You ever seen those like things where you jump in bed and you flip it over
Yeah.
immediately. That's me every night. I was talking to Emma this morning, and I woke up and I was like, I really don't want to go to class. And Andy goes, "Who are you talking to?" And she was like, "Ashlyn." And he goes, "Sounds like a guy." Dude, I was like, especially when I'm sick.
I kind of want
so much deeper.
I wish whenever you like, I said like you grab at me that one day, I wanted to like have a like. I've told you about that.
Yeah.
Like I want to like have a longer conversation with you, just to be like, is it like an in and out thing? Is it just a constant like, hi? Like, is it constant like that or?
It's only like when I first wake up. So like the first like 15 minutes I'm awake, it's like that, and then it goes away.
I just can't talk. Like
then I get my normal voice back.
Public safety called me and they're saying something. I'm like I'm talking and like it just
doesn't come out.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't ever have that. But my voice is always super deep.
The first few times I was on duty and like I got a call in the middle of the night last year, I was literally like, hello, okay, like is this calling? Like waking up at like obviously like I'm just.
Can you imagine like you fell back to sleep?
I about did
like,
once,
didn't
but
let the kid in.
Yeah.
Their fault for locking themselves out.
Why can't public safety let them in? Like, aren't they here 24/7?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. There's a lot of stuff like that.
It makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I forget that you work.
That's literally their job.
I know.
Like, why do?
He's like, that's a spill for another time. That's a whole debate for another.
That's what I've never understood. Or like, why? Like, I would much rather like everyone on I have keys to everyone on my floor, and they just knock on my door and be like, "Hey, I got locked out."
Yeah.
That's so much better either than having like me drive to Blackbird in the middle of the night. To let a kid in who forgot his ID, he even locked himself out.
Yeah, why don't they just
or like call someone on your floor and start pounding.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't need to be called.
Why don't they call the people that are on the floor?
Yes.
Like that makes so much more sense, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, my freshman year, Bridgman locked himself out of his apartment dorm, and then public safety came to open it. But you know what was funny? When he locked himself out, that was when he was practicing beer pong. So he lived by himself in his room. So he literally just had cups of water in there, and he just liked to play. So he had it all set up in there. And she opens it for him. He immediately jumps in and like shuts the door and opens it and says thank you because he didn't want her to see. But he literally just had it set up so he could practice by himself.
That's so weird.
I doubt that. I wonder if they even said anything, to be honest.
Probably not. But it was just really funny because he told me he locked himself out. And he's like, and I have the whole like setup
the
in
whole
there.
pong setup.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
anything else?
What's our time at?
It's been a while. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we probably talked about track for a long time.
We did.
Maybe too long. I have to cut some of that out. I have to just chop it up.
Nah, that's perfect.
That's
the only thing we have to chop out is you talking about long jumping and that stuff.
That's wrong.
I don't even know if I don't even I don't think you have to.
Anyone who's listening to it all the way through,
I think they'll get a good chuckle out of that. They're probably gonna laugh about it if they make it that far.
Oh, you can see us.
Is it live?
It didn't do that before.
Huh, that's actually cool.
Let me see.
How long?
1 hour and 23 minutes.
That's it?
That's one of our longest ones.
Yeah, it is.
We've also been here for a while because we didn't start.
Yeah, that's a good point. We didn't start till 12:30.
Well, we ended it then.
Mm-hmm.
We ended with a perfect app, Ashlyn.
Oh boy, it's a lot of. We have to measure it up. No. Okay, this is it. Oh, that one just hurt. Why does it sound like that?
Oh!
That was a good one.
And we're out.